Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to flash up the mic, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, and then I am going to go in on this coconut to show my appreciation to the early birds. What's up, family? Let's see who we got here. Tuxedo, what's up? What it do? Ridley S. What up, Red? Let's see who we got. Lahoma, Washington. Angel Heaven. What's up, Angel? Yeah, that's right on time. About to send this boy to the upper room. Ernest Hill, what it do? You got that right. It's cookout time. Robert Simmons. Charles E. Nelson. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm going in, fam. I can't even hold this no longer. I can't hold it no longer. Let me put my subject up on the screen, fam. This dude right here is Stephen A. Smith, otherwise known as Stephen from Django A. Smith, otherwise known as Half Hair, otherwise known as Coconut. Black on the outside, white on the inside. Yeah, fam, that's right. I said it. I said it. This dude, let me get him off the screen now so that y'all can see my face and so that y'all can read my face and see how sincere I am when I say this. So Stephen A., he upset because myself and Faison Love, along with damn near everybody in the Black community, had something to say about what he said about O.J. Simpson should not have been included in the BET In Memoriam segment. This is where we acknowledge our falling celebrities. And he didn't feel like O.J. should have been acknowledged because, let him tell it, O.J. was a double murderer. Let him tell it, me and Faison was riding for O.J. Like, we attacked him, a hardworking Black man, an upstanding citizen. We attacked him for a double murderer. Did I mention that O.J. was acquitted? So unless Stephen A. Smith got some other evidence, so he got a recorder, he got some type of evidence showing O.J. Simpson committing the murder, then he don't know. He's just speculating like everybody else. And you can't put O.J. Simpson in the same box as you can put Robert Blake, who was not included in the Oscars In Memoriam segment, because Robert Blake, first and foremost, is not a member of the Black community. He ain't part of our culture. So we really don't give a damn what they doing on that side over there. We watching what's happening over here. You see, just like they don't really care about what we doing over here, unless they trying to ear hustle to try to figure out ways to close doors and further oppress and suppress and offend and discriminate. They don't give a damn. So why we care so much about what the hell they think? These people ain't waking up every day worried about what we think of them. They doing what they want to do. This is why some of them think they're so much more special than you are because you live your life based on what they think. And it don't matter what you do, they still ain't gonna like your ass. It don't matter what you do. When you start thinking about Black people's plight in the United States of America, we ain't did no wrong to deserve what happened to us. We ain't did nothing, man. We ain't did nothing to them people to deserve what happened to us. Nothing. And all the praying in the world ain't gonna make it right. All the praying in the world hasn't made it right. Over all of these years, all we got out of the deal was a Bible. We got a Bible out the deal, and hey, just pray on it, and you'll see a good life in the afterlife. Meanwhile, we're gonna act a damn monkey right here. We're gonna act a damn fool on earth. We're gonna enjoy all of these privileges right here on earth. We're gonna do whatever we want to do. We're gonna rape, pillage, murder, steal, rob, whatever we want to do. We're gonna do it. And we're still gonna go to heaven because that's what we believe. You see? So all of this trying to put on a good show for white folks, it ain't gonna work. Because those white people who don't like Black people and who group Black people all together and judge Black people based off the actions of one or a few, they're hardwired to not like us. So it ain't nothing you can do. Family, have you ever noticed that the police kill a whole lot of innocent young Black men who are high school graduates, in college, good family men, good people in the community, people like them, you know? You never hardly ever, in fact, I don't even hear it ever. You never hear about the police killing a bank robber, a Black bank robber, the Black serial killer, the Black gangster, the killer, the drug dealer. You don't hear that. Why do you think that is? Family, this is not happenstance. This is by design. They are targeting our best. This is why they put up their best as an example of who they are collectively. And they put up our worst as an example, of who we are collectively. Simple, man. This shit is simple. This is rudimentary, man. So that little slick talking that Stephen A. do, all that trying to use multiple syllable words every time you open your mouth, all that stuff, man, that don't mean nothing to me, man, because I got common sense. So that suit and that tie don't impress me. That's sitting up there with that ESPN behind you, that don't impress me. I don't care what you do as a human being. I don't care what you do. I care about who you are as a person. This is why I got friends who are celebrities. I got billionaire and millionaire friends, but I also got friends who are living check to check. I got friends who are bus drivers and teachers, people who work for the city, friends who work for the city. I got friends who are barbers. I got friends who are other hairstylists. I got friends all from all walks of life. And the primary criteria that makes our friendship work is what type of person they are, not what they do. So all of this, been doing it 25 years and all this, that don't impress me. I'm not impressed by that. I'm not impressed by you throwing us a bone every now and then and saying something cool about the black community or saying something cool about one of the athletes when you spend most of your time dogging the black athletes, when you spend most of your time going harder on your own people than you do anybody else. In order for Stephen A. Smith to call somebody out that's not black, he got to be called out. Then he gonna finally speak on it like he did with the Ryan Garcia situation. He had nothing to say. Nobody on ESPN had nothing to say about Ryan Garcia until my boy Ticket TV called him out. And a few other people called him out. He ain't have nothing to say. He claimed that he said a prayer. I mean, he said a prayer not to get in my ass. That's what he said. He said a prayer not to get in my ass. Let me tell you something, Coconut. There ain't a prayer that's been invented that can come true enough to make you get in my ass. This ass says exit only. That's documented. I ain't got to sit up here and act tough. I ain't got to do all that. I don't want to do all that. My record is documented. The easiest way to find out about a cat is to reach out to the people from where he's from and ask the most respected people that you know that live there, that know him or her, about that person. You don't find out on the internet. You don't just listen to what they say on the internet or what they say on ESPN and just take their word for it. There should be some type of documentation where people can vouch and say, yeah, man, yeah, he bought that. Yeah, he do that. He did that. Yeah, it's that. I don't hear nothing like that about you, Stevie. Nothing. So I don't believe you. You're upset because I called you a monkey. I called you a monkey because I don't respect you. Additionally, when you don't respect somebody, when you got something against somebody, when you identify somebody as an enemy, anything goes. Anything goes once you identify an enemy, especially when I identify an enemy of my people. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, so you ain't fooling me just because you saying how important you are to the black community. You ain't fooling me because I've been watching you for years. I've been watching you. I've been checking you out. I've been checking out your hypocrisy over the years. I've been checking out your inconsistency over the years. So I know who you are based on that. Now, personally, do I know you? Personally, no. But I know what kind of person you are. I know that part. Talking about getting in my ass. I ain't scared of you. I don't know who you think you are. I'm not scared of you. Bro, I promise you, I don't want you to be scared of me. I don't want anybody to be afraid of me. Anybody. I raised my kids like that. I raised my kids not to be afraid of me. Some people want to put the fear of God in their children. I've never been that type of dad. I never wanted my children to fear me. I wanted my children to respect me. And in order to get that respect from my kids, I gave that respect first. And I made sure I went out of my way to not be disrespectful to them. I didn't demand it just because I'm daddy. Like some people think just because they mom or they daddy, that respect just supposed to be automatic no matter what. And depends on what area you was raised in, you might have a point. But if you treat your children bad and you disrespect them, you can't really be mad if you get that back, if it come back to you. So if you think about how I rock, anybody that know me, the people that follow me, y'all know me. Y'all know how I rock. Y'all know I give it up for the people that's for us. Y'all know that. I'm not a hater, never been nowhere close to a hater. I don't even like conflict because conflict is costly. Even if you win, you might lose. For example, let's say you get into a squabble. Let's say the worst thing happens, somebody end up dead. Even though you won, let's say you won. Even though you won, you might have to face a lawsuit from the family, or you may have to face charges from the prosecutor because they like to charge people. They like to put people in jail. They don't care if you're right or wrong. If they see any type of little wiggle room where they can put you in jail, they're gonna put you in jail. So you might end up fighting for your freedom. Or you got to watch your back, depending on what kind of people he rock with or she rock with. You might have to watch your back. They might come back and, look to settle the score, you see? So even if you win, you might lose. So that's why I try to be resourceful. I'm I try to ration my resources when it comes to conflict, because conflict is costly. So I don't want nobody to be scared of me, man. I promise you, I don't want nobody to be scared of me. That's not a good position to be in. Because I know if somebody made me scared, what I would do, I'm not above being scared now. I'm not above being afraid of somebody or whatever. But if I am, I'm the type that'll do something about it. Because I'm not gonna walk around and live in my life afraid of nobody. See? So I don't know where you get this from, like, ain't nobody scared of you. Think somebody's scared of you. I ain't trying to hear all that, man. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's never been me. Dude said he ain't scared of me. Let's pretend for a moment that was me. Let's pretend for a moment that I did want you to be scared of me. I know for a fact I would mop the floor up with your ass. I know that for a fact. And I think you know it too. Because I got that get down in me, partner. I got that don't quit in me. I got that don't lose in me. Way too much pride. Way too much. And look, front, homie, look. I seen your boxing skills. We seen your boxing skills. Anybody ain't seen it? Look it up right quick. Stephen A. Smith boxing or something like that. Stephen A. Smith punching bag or something. And you'll see the punching bag was punching him. Boy, don't know a left hook from a fish hook. And I'm supposed to really believe what he's saying? That's let you know, fam, a pair of lips to say anything. People get on this internet and say anything. Just say anything. Talking about the African American community has accepted, what's his name? OJ as a hero. Okay, we accepted OJ as a hero, right? He said, we riding for OJ, a double murderer. We gonna ride for OJ, a double murderer. Over him, right? Why? First of all, let me break it down to you. And let me put a picture of OJ up for some of you out there who don't know what OJ looked like. Let's see. There's OJ right there. So OJ died a few months ago. Let me explain to you why I said what I said about you. And let me make sure that people understand what I said in my initial reaction to what you had to say about OJ being included in that in memoriam segment at the BET Awards. I said that I am not riding for OJ. I explicitly said that I am indifferent to OJ. But I went on to say that Black men don't get a lot of breaks in this country. And OJ represented that break. For better or worse or whatever. The bottom line is the Black community has accepted OJ, not as an athlete or hero, but as someone in the criminal justice system who is like them, who would have been railroaded if he had not been O.J. Simpson or had Johnny Cochran there to represent him. For many Black people, even if the evidence pointed to guilt, there was more on trial than the crimes themselves. The revelation that Detective Mark Furman had used the N-word prolifically and other injustices by local police, which were highlighted by Johnny Cochran, combined with the dust settling from the LA riots, meant that the case was open and shut. OJ symbolized the Black man in the criminal justice system at the same time. Him beating the case at that time was everybody beating the case. You know why? Because we looked at it like we finally won one. Family, this was on the heels of the Rodney King verdict, where the police officers who beat the living daylight out of Rodney King on video, broadcasted across the world, got off. It's like, damn, we finally caught him on video. We've been saying this is what go on. We've been saying this is how these low-down, uncivilized police officers are. This is what they do. And nobody on the other side was willing to believe it. The police knew what they were doing. Law enforcement, members of law enforcement know what they be doing. They know what's going on. But we never had any proof until then, any real solid proof until then. So they do the dog and pony arrest. They put them on trial, and then they acquit them. Now Black folks are like, man, we can't win. We never gonna win. We can't win. No matter what. No matter what these motherfucking uncivilized mutts do, we can't win. So we understood that it was not about justice. We understand more than anybody that justice is for a few, not all. Justice is for a select few, not all. So when OJ won, he was more of a symbol. It was not about OJ Simpson. It was about what OJ Simpson represented. And Stephen A. Smith, I think you know that, but you play dumb because you are trying to fit a certain narrative. You got to make sure that you don't say anything that offends massa. I heard you talk about how we got on you and called you a company man, which you are. And so you decide, well, Willie D, you know, you out there in Hollywood, you make movies. Who you getting? Who paying you? Who paying you? You on YouTube, and who paying you? Homeboy, first and foremost, YouTube is just one of the things that I do. YouTube ain't even first of all, YouTube ain't even close to my main source of income. And I make a lot of money on YouTube, but it ain't even close. Okay? I got several streams of income. So you said that you can name them, right? So name them. I'd like to know. I'd like to know where you're getting this information from. So go out there and name my streams. Tell the world where I get my money from. I need to know that. I need and saying one or two things ain't gonna get that ain't enough. Because you can kind of watch me move around and watch what I post online, and you could tell, okay, he must be making some money over there. He must be getting some money right there. Now, name every single source of income that I have, and then I'll say, okay, hats off. But other than that, you just running your mouth, homie. You don't know jack. You just talking, acting tough like you normally do. When you gonna speak up, since you riding for the black community? When you gonna speak up and say something about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, who was at that school leading a protest against black kids entering the school simply to get an education? Oh, that's my bad. You said something about it. You said that Jerry Jones was your friend. And that was a long time ago. That's what you said. What do you say about JJ Redick? Come on, Ticket. What Ticket at? What do you say about JJ Redick? JJ Redick been accused of using the N-word by not one black woman, but more. Like, he ain't said nothing about that. JJ Redick has elevated to superstar status now because he's the coach for the Lakers. You ain't gonna say nothing about that? Of course you're not, because Massa said that that ain't on the agenda. You can't talk about that. Stop fronting. You can't talk about it because Massa told you to not talk about it. And what about when Ray Rice, I believe was the name of the football player, got caught up in the domestic violence, and you chose to say that, you know, paraphrasing in so many words, you said that women, you know, need to be careful about triggering men. Got yourself in a bind. And what happened? You got suspended. Your boss has suspended you. But let you tell it. You got your own perspectives. Let you tell it. You got your own beliefs. Let you tell it. You say what you want, when you want, how you want. Well, which one is it? Did you get suspended? Or did you just take off a few days and collect your thoughts? What happened? Because word on the street is, and word on the sweets is, you got suspended by your bosses. Can't nobody suspend me. He said that Ryan Garcia's mentally warped because he lost to Javonte Davis. He's mentally warped Making excuses for a racist. See what I'm saying, fam? Making excuses for a racist. Look, fam, that sucker said what he said. Ain't no excuses. I don't give a damn what he going through. I don't give a damn what he going through. That's inexcusable. The dude using the N-word, calling black folks all types of names. I hate black folks. I'm the KKK. Disrespected George Floyd's memory and his family. The man still got a family that's alive and well. Disrespected the man's family and all of the people who protested, boycotted, and marched on his behalf. Totally disrespect him. We need to go get George Floyd, dig him up, and kill him again. That's his boy. Ryan Garcia. That's his boy. And he's sitting up here trying to make excuses for him, talking about he's mentally warped because he lost to Javonte Davis. I don't give a damn if he lost to a polar bear. That's inexcusable. Talking about, he didn't get knocked out the way Frank Martin got knocked out. He's still marketable. And what? But at the same time, he should have been suspended. He should have been. I can hear him right now. Hey, Ryan, look here, man. Yeah, man, the black's on my head right now. Look, I'm gonna have to say something. Otherwise, I'm compromised. So I'm gonna say some things. It's gonna sound like I'm against you, but roll with it, man. Just roll with it. I'm gonna try to put some type of balance on it to throw them off, because there's a couple of them are smart out there. They smart, a couple of them smart, but most of them they dumb, man. So I'm the one with the big words. So all I gotta do is throw a couple of big words out there, and then just make it seem like I know what I'm talking about, and then they just gonna ride with it. But I gotta say something. Oh, it's cool, my nigga. It's cool. Just do what you do, baby. You know it is. You know what it is. Cocaine life, Come on, fam. Come on, ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. I don't see any redemption in that fool. I don't see any redeeming qualities in him whatsoever. He trying to cut him some slack, fam. I got you figured out. Homie. You one of them Yahoo for life ass niggas. Yeah, Yahoo for life. Yeah, internet. ESPN, talking tough. Camera on, boom. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. Turn that camera off. Yes, sir, master. Looking down. I bet he don't even look at it. I bet he don't even look at those executives in the face when he talk to them. I bet he talking with his head down. Yes, sir, boss. He talked about how he been 25 years in, he been trying to look out for the black community for 25 years. Man, with friends like that, we don't need no enemies, bro. He say 25 years. He been riding for black folks, but he try to make excuses for a racist. He try to make excuses for a racist. And time again, he get racist to pass. But I'm supposed to believe that he's used his gigantic platform over the past 25 years to support black people. I'm supposed to believe that. Well, I got 25 plus 10 in the game, Steve. I got 35 years in the game. Ever since I had a name, I got 35 years in the game. 35 years of boycotting, protesting, sponsoring little league teams, speaking at youth detention centers, speaking at prisons, visiting universities, talking to law students, and giving them insight to try to get them to understand us better as they become the future lawyers and prosecutors in those courtrooms, trying to get them to understand us before they have to deal with us in those courtrooms. I've been building. I've been cleaning up communities. I've been planning, organizing. Yeah, I'm one of them dudes they call when it's time to organize. I get shit done. I'm not just on TV or the internet or on records talking. My work is documented. Not to mention, I don't know how many times I've jumped out of my car personally to break up a kid fight. Kids in the streets fighting like they crazy. Fighting after school. Get out the car. Ooh, park that bad boy. Hey, man, y'all. Hey, yo, whoa. Come on, man. You don't want to do that. I put the work in for real, homie. I ain't just talking. I'll put my 35 years up against your 25 years of riding for Black society any day. Any day. And I'm consistent. You ain't got to worry about where I stand. I'm consistent. I'm on code. Yeah. I know that's hard. That's one of them phrases that scare the hell out of you. What do you mean being on code? What's that? Being on code. Being on code. Yeah, scared of that. But guess what? Guess who is on code? Massa. All them people that you try to get to like you and you want to assemble with, yeah, they on code all the time. You know who else is on code? At least right now, in this instance, Black people. Because the majority of Black people, in regards to this situation, this BET in memoriam incident involving O.J. Simpson, is riding against you, bro. But you're too arrogant to accept it. You steadily trying to make damn videos and stuff and trying to justify your position. You can't. It's a no-win situation. Let it go. You cover sports. I know you couldn't play worth a damn, but you covered sports. You know when you've been defeated, man, let it go. Nobody believes you. You lost this one. Let it go. You mentioned Robert Blake. Mentioned that earlier. Trying to compare Robert Blake not being included in the in memoriam segment of the Oscars to O.J. Simpson being included in the in memoriam segment of the BET Awards. I'll say it again. Robert Blake was not a part of Black society. His experience with the criminal justice system was totally different our experience collectively in the Black community. Totally different. You can't compare. When I heard you say it, when I first heard you start talking and you was leading up to mentioning Robert Blake, I told somebody what you was about to say. Oh, I just look like this, homie. I just look like this. You better believe I do my research. You better believe I ain't just out here just running my mouth. It's not about OJ, homie. It's about what OJ represents. It's about all those people who couldn't let it go when OJ was acquitted of a crime, could not let it go. Those same people, since you mentioned Robert Blake, did not hold Robert Blake to the same standards after the crime was committed against his wife. After he was acquitted, they let Robert Blake go ahead and live his life. Nobody wrote on Robert Blake. Nobody cared to try to make Robert Blake's days harder, his rest of his days on earth harder. Nobody was looking to confront Robert Blake. Robert Blake had zero incidents after he was accused of murdering his wife. He went to trial, got off, and went on by living his life like all of the other white killers have done. There was some talk that he might have been of mixed descent or whatever. Okay, like black, but still like white killers have done. All of these years, throughout the years, all of these white folks done killed black people and got off scot-free, and when a lot of times people knew that they killed black people, including the ones who was responsible for killing Emmett Till and so many other black people in the 60s, in the 50s. They all got off. Some of them, they went to trial. Some of these uncivilized mutts went to trial laughing. They knew it was a joke because they knew they would not be convicted by a jury of their peers. Where was the outrage by all the other white people at that time, at any of those times, even in present day? Where is the outrage? Where's the outrage when they kill anybody, whether it's black people, white people, anybody? Where is the continued outrage? They only had that energy for OJ because OJ was a black man. One of the very few. Let's just give it to you and say he did it. Let's just say he did it. Even if he did it, he's only one of the very few who's ever killed a white person in this country and got off. But since we don't know, we have no proof, all we can go by is this system of ours that is not perfect. This system that is not perfect, but it's all we have. And we got to respect the jury's decision. Remember that? Who say that all the time? Prosecutors, jurors, everybody, they all say it. We got to respect the jury's decision. So why is it any different now? Why is it any different? It's different because OJ was a black man. OJ convinced himself that he wasn't black. I ain't black, I'm OJ. OJ got his N-word wake-up call. just like so many others eventually get. It don't matter what we do as a people. There are people out there that hate our guts no matter what. They look down on us when they enslaved us. And once we were freed, they looked down on us when we pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps and made something of ourselves and built something. We bought land, we bought homes, we governed ourselves, we did everything. And they hated it so much that they murdered, raped, and pillaged entire communities all across the United States. It wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was all across the United States. They were destroying Black cities, Black townships, out of jealousy, man, pure jealousy. So, Stephen A., I don't know who you think you're fooling, homie. I don't know who you think you're fooling, but you ain't getting no pass over here. You only called Robert Blake's name out to get yourself some white cool points. You only called O.J. Simpson out to get yourself some white cool points. That's it. I know what you're doing. I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. I got you. I got you. I got you. Now, I know there's some Black men out there that love basketball and sports and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, they come on your show and you get some cool points when they come on your show. I get it. I get it. A lot of these guys, they're not really into politics and they're not really into social issues and stuff like that. They're not really involved in that type of stuff. But I am. So when I see somebody that look like us, that's got that power, that's got that position, and they're misusing it, I'm gonna call it out. I would love to have somebody in your position as an ally. Lord knows we don't need no more enemies. This is why when I see Black people in this type of space that I'm in, that we're in, and they're going at each other, I try to, because we don't need no more enemies. We got enough enemies. But if you're gonna be an enemy, then my mentality is fuck it. Let's go. Because I'm damn sure ain't finna try to kiss your ass to get along. And if you're out here trying to do us dirty, then you're gonna get done dirty. It's as simple as that. Going into the comments. DA, what up? Marcus B, what it do? What's up, Mike Brown? Michelle, what it do? Michelle said the only Black speaks for me is me. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Curry Street, what up? That's the thing, fam, when you get people like Stephen A in these positions and they get these big platforms, they think they speak for everybody. And they're the main ones who are quick to say we're not a monolith, but they think they speak for everybody. They get that platform and here they go. Start going to their head. What's up, Mike Dan? Ty Chris. Absolutely. Demetrius Sessions said it all, fam. Stephen A. Smith is a code switcher. That's right. He's a code switcher. Should have left it alone. Should have left it alone. Like I said, fam, I'm indifferent to OJ. I'm indifferent to OJ. It ain't about OJ. It's about what he represents. You know, the ones with the superficial thought process gonna say, well, what it represents is a double murderer. What it represents is a black man that don't like himself. Now, what he represents is a black man, point blank, period. See, that come before everything. It don't matter what you do in life. That's what you code switches got to understand. That's what you coconuts need to understand. It don't matter what you do. Whatever you do, that's great that you're doing something and you're doing something good and you're being successful at what you're doing. That's all great. But don't ever think that justice is blind. Don't ever think that people are looking at you and not knowing at all times, not having in their mind that they are communicating, interacting with a black person. You cannot run from blackness. You cannot go to school and you cannot educate yourself out of blackness. You cannot work your way out of blackness. You cannot marry your way out of blackness. You cannot impregnate yourself out of blackness. You cannot procreate your way out of blackness. You can't talk your way out of it. I don't even understand it, man, because I just be like, man, this melanin, man, I be on it, boy. I'm cool with this. I'm super cool. I'm cool with this color right here, man. I wouldn't want nothing else if they tried to give it to me, man. No, man, what's wrong with mine? What you mean? What I want that for? What I want to deal with all that for, man? I got the, man, this is fortified. This is solar approved. Man, nature rocking with this, baby. Nature. Yeah, you got people trying to dress their way out of blackness. They trying to drive their way out of blackness, house their way out of blackness. You can't. Now, for those who are like that, I don't want you back. I don't want you. I'm just putting it in your face. That's all. I don't care that you don't like us. If you don't like us, I don't care. I don't think of you like that. I don't care about you like that. I don't. Well, you know, black folks just, well, you know, man, take your ass on over there, man, and don't come back. Don't look back. I'm cool. I rock with who rock with me, man. It's simple. What was that? Dreamers Pro. What's up? There you go. There you go. Right on the money. It's trying to get them white cool points, man. Trying to get them white cool points. Man, you know how you get white cool points? This is for all you jigaboos out there. This is how, let me tell you how to get white cool points. Stand on something. Stand on something. Have some pride about yourself. Don't put what they think above what you and your community think collectively. Care more about what your people think about you than what others think about you. That's how you get white cool points. I tried to tell y'all years and years and years ago about Stephen A. Smith, but some of y'all wouldn't listen. I tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen. I tried to tell you about a few other ones, but some of y'all, you don't want to listen because you're so desperate for symbolism that you'll accept anybody. Man, you don't say nothing about no black man. You don't say nothing about black man. Man, an enemy is an enemy. Don't matter. If a black man tried to break in your house right now, you got your family in the house. You got your family in the house. Hell, you in the house. But let's make it a little bit more interesting and say your family is in the house. And a black man tried to break into your house. Let's say he was in your house. Let's say he was in there and he was ready to do harm to your family. Are you thinking about whether he's a black man or not? I'm not. I'm going to down his ass. And that's how I treat these coconuts. I'm going to down their ass every chance I get. What's up, Serena Santiago? What it look like? Man, I just, it's hard for me to understand how people can hate themselves. Like, how you hate yourself and love somebody else more than you love yourself? You ain't got but one self. It's just you. How you hate yourself? That I cannot figure that out. I can't get over that part. How do you hate yourself? How you look in the mirror and hate your own skin color, whatever skin color you have, whatever your color is? How you look in the mirror and hate your own skin color? You ain't getting another one? How do you hop on social media and talk worse about your own people than you talk about somebody else? How do you do that? That must be a really, really, really shitty life. God. And then turn around and get horny and have children. Good Lord. Talk about. What up, David Joseph? What it do? Platinum Elite. What's up? Chill Panda. What's up? What's up, Chill Panda? Family, I'm going to say it one more time, and then I'm going to let y'all go. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. No more talk.